Good morning, everybody. You know it is MC Donster, Donty Marfred, the founder and owner of Game Squared. And today we are going to watch a video about Lana Rhoades talking about the humiliating thing she did in the porn industry and why she quit porn or something like that. Let's just watch the video.
When it comes to that, so what I was talking about, like being pressured to do like more and more things, more hardcore things. So there's two different main genres of porn. There's gonzo porn, which is the aggressive porn that you guys are talking about. It's the rough anal sex, it's the choking. And I'll go more into that. And then there's vanilla porn, which is what Olivia's talking about as ethical porn, is what I think you would consider. It's just like classic, like missionary, like just like basically like artsy sex.
I was gonna say, wait, I'm kind of laughing at this because I've had someone call me vanilla before.
I mean, I love vanilla.
I'm like, why are you so vanilla?
I'm like, what do you mean?
It makes me kind of hungry, but I've never even heard of the term gonzo, to be honest.
Yeah. So gonzo is the first level of it. I would say would be it's just like there's no like artistic vision to it. It's just like rough, hardcore sex. And that could be vaginal penetration. The next level up would be anal penetration in a gonzo.
I mean, wouldn't that hurt for Lana Rhoades? I mean, getting a penis stuck inside your body from the back. I mean, that's and rough. Yo, that's yo, that's too much for Lana. That's like violent porn. You know? I mean, for Lana Rhoades to be doing rough sex like that. Wow.
Style. And then there's a level far more than that. And I would say that during my time in porn, I'm not sure what is like the hype right now in porn. It goes through like different phases. But during my short stint in porn, the really extreme acts were what was popular. And that's why, being the number one performer in the industry at the time, everyone wanted to make money off me. So they pushed me to do these things. And it just gets really extreme, like you were saying.
You see, that's the thing about joining the porn industry, any kind of industry. I mean, peer pressure. As soon as you sign the contract, boom, that's when you have to know that you're going to be controlling the industry. So you have to watch what you're saying when you do go to anything, the music industry, fashion, porn, anything.
Abusive.
Did you ever go through those experiences where you had to do a scene where it was very aggressive and you just felt like...
Yeah, I mean, I don't want to go into too much detail. Like, honestly, some of my experiences are really humiliating for me, and I wish that they never happened. There's stuff going
So why you joined it in the first place? Why did you do it?
on, like people getting pissed on, men are pissing inside of women's vaginas as...
That's extreme porn. That's extreme porn. So Lana, the question is, why did you sign up to do these things, Lana? Why? Why?
holes down their throats. They're...
You crying? What are you crying for? You sign up for this?
Now I'm crying. I'm like, God damn it. No, don't cry. It's okay. What? No, that's really hard, and I think, like I had mentioned earlier, it's just so important for young men to stop viewing women as sex objects, because I believe that, instilling that curriculum in school at a younger age, and they had actually said, there's a fact that says that the more a young person had learned about the use of pornography from their school education or sex education, is less likely to see women as sex objects. And I feel that's why,
Use of pornography in sex education. They are likely to see women as sex objects. Well, in the first place, the women want to present themselves as sex objects. They signed the contract to be put on the scene as sex objects. So when the viewer sees the woman, well, it depends on who, which viewer or which set of viewers. When a set of viewers go on the websites to see these women perform sexual acts, they will take them as sex objects, and they will look at other people as sex objects, but not me. I don't view women as sex objects. I view women as something that God invented, not a sex object. And by the way, sex is supposed to be something private, not public. So why even go do it?
Oh, I feel so passionate about the porn industry because I don't.
Before I continue, I know like I talk about Gina Valentina and Sophia Leone and Jenna Gibson, these people, but you see the thing is, I compliment them, even though people have shown me videos of them or something like that. I compliment them. It's not like I will talk about having sex with them. Although I sometimes I say they look like girls you would check out and to smash. Because I mean any man will say that. Not because they are porn stars, because like when you look at a woman, when you go out with a woman, you find her very attractive. So you want to, like be in a relationship with her. And then you smash her. Right? Not like any way to treat her as a prostitute or something like that. No.
Don't believe that they should be showing those types of scenes because it does view women as just an object, and it's not okay to do that. Like I enjoy watching porn, like girl, like I, but like I want to watch ethical.
I mean, you have pride in saying that.
Porn. I want it to be normalized, and I want it to be taught to where.
No, you can't. Why normalize pornography? Pornography is nothing. Pornography is just something to normalize because I mean, pornography. When doing pornography, I mean, it's like prostitution. Because when you do pornography, women and men sleep with different people just for a paycheck. It's like prostitution on camera. So you gotta normalize these things. Sex is supposed to be something private, not public. It's not. It cannot be something to normalize.
It shouldn't be to where a woman is being abused and is like the male is showing aggression, because that actually is going to translate into his relationships with women in the future.
Because I mean, they sign up for that. The women sign up for them to be the women sign up for them to be abused on camera. The men don't. I mean, the people that work in the porn industry are mostly men, so they control the men too, and the men are kind of agree. It's like a negotiation.
Life. Like it's actually statistically proven that it's going to show aggression in a marriage, in a relationship, and I mean, how is that healthy? That's not healthy at all. Well, a lot of it is like young boys don't understand and they think that this is normal and that's what girls want. So they've probably never been with a girl before and they see these horrible things and they're like, oh, this is how to please a girl. This is what I have to do. Yeah. This is what she wants. And then they, do these things and they act certain.
Are you sure? You think boys will act like that? Boys can never act so. Only if that person is wicked, that's when the person reacts so. I mean, if somebody is a physical, I mean, that's kind of rape, like sexually abusing a woman. I don't think men physically abuse, but like domestic violence, but not really something like reaching to a point of that. I don't think so. Men will not really, never really. Men will not react so. I never came across that experience with a guy saying that, but I know men will not behave so.
Ways, and they don't realize the effects that they're having on women.
Yeah, well, they do say that serial killer and rapists are the ones who are consuming these extreme types of porns. A lot of serial killers, when they've gone through their search history, they're watching like these abusive porn, and there's
Really? Serial killers and rapists? Well, yeah, rapists, yeah. I can say rapists, but not serial killers. Serial killers don't really care too much about sex. Serial killers more care about killing people. So why will they go and watch the search history and look at videos about men abusing women in a sexual way? And so if it's a rapist, yeah, because I mean, when a rapist look at porn too much and they see like naked women and men having sex with women, you know, the urge is inside them to go and force themselves on women. But serial killers, they more look for blood. They more draw out blood.
Tons of pornography on their search history.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not gonna lie. I obviously, like I said, I watch porn. I do.
Yeah, I mean,
I've
there's nothing wrong with watching.
Yeah,
porn.
but I've stumbled upon some videos where I'm not gonna lie, I really questioned why is this even allowed on the internet. Like, I felt very like I was just turned off. I was like, shut my laptop. Like, I can't even look at this. I was like, I cannot believe that this is okay. Like, this is not okay to treat women like this.
Yeah. Well,
But I can't understand these girls. So, so you enjoy watching porn, but you don't like when the men abuse women in porn. Well, you know what? On a whole, people shouldn't be like, okay. A lot of people watch pornography, right? People watch pornography mostly every day. Alright, just for pleasure and self pleasure, you know. But on a whole, pornography is a sin. I don't care what people say. Pornography is a sin. I don't care if it's abusive porn, lesbian porn, threesome porn, cartoon porn, any kind of pornography, it's a sin. Alright, no porn shouldn't be allowed on the internet. Sex supposed to be in your bedroom, with your door locked, your curtains down, your lamp or your candles on, and you make love. That's it. Don't have no video camera on when you're when you're having sex. No. And for her situation, she enjoys watching porn. Must be like okay, she consider certain categories may be suitable for her, but not all. I mean, it's kind of like television too. Like certain movies we will love to watch, like certain R-rated movies. Like let's say we are adults, right? We will watch certain R-rated movies, right? And we will not watch certain R-rated movies, because we think it's not really suitable for us, or it's boring, or so, But still, no porn shouldn't be allowed on the internet on our own.
I know that I got emotional, but I do want to continue giving examples of some of those things, just so people know. What were some of the things that you saw that you were like, wow, this is really crazy?
Yeah, I mean, there was one scene where I had seen, obviously the male was having sex with a girl, and she was literally crying because he was being so aggressive. Like, I guess, he was just too big for her. I mean,
She signed up for this in the first place. If you sign up for it to do this kind of acts, well, it will happen to you. That's why I say, as long as you sign the contract, just know the people controlling.
Was like full blown crying, and he was like slapping her, like, you like that? Like, I was just like, oh my god, how can this like, I could not get off to this. I don't know who watches this too.
Some people have that fetish, and it's crazy.
Yeah,
and that's
it's
why
insane.
they put it out there, because they're like, oh, somebody will watch it, which is just like,
Yeah.
no offense, but like that's disgusting, because obviously she's not okay.
Yeah. And I mean, to me, it really makes me sad, because I think of the girl and I think, wow, like, I can just see it in her eyes that she did not want to do this scene, but she's doing it because of the reasons of, she needs the money, or this is a flexible job for her right now. She was convinced, she was pressured, she was manipulated into doing this by her agent, because he, told her, like, it's either this way or the highway. Like, I can't even imagine how that girl felt having to do something that she clearly does not want to do. Like, this is not acting. Like, she's full blown crying. There's just no way she's acting and enjoying this. So
yeah, no, I've had friends who have been choked out so much that they've actually passed out during a scene. There's really just like crazy stuff going on that damages people's bodies for the rest of their lives. I luckily don't have any issues, but I've seen scenes shot in Europe where guys are literally punching into a girl's asshole like this, and like she's going to have issues for the rest of her life due to this. And is it worth someone making a little bit of money and someone jerking off to it? One of the worst, honestly, I feel like I'm in denial sometimes and I can't accept some of the things that I've done. There is one thing that, I tried talking to a therapist about before, something that I had to do for a scene that was really rough for me. Basically, this guy had a bowl and he like gagged me until I threw up into it, and then he like pissed in the bowl, and during the scene he asked me to drink it, and I didn't know how to say no. It was one of the most disgusting, foul scenes I ever had to do. And I'm telling a therapist this, and they don't even fucking know what to say to me.
Yeah.
No one can relate. Like, no one fucking knows what to say about it.
And so when it
Because Lana Rhoades, they will look at you as somebody that wanted to do the sin. You chose to do the sin. So why the therapist will even bother telling you what to do? The therapist is more I'm saying in the head, but it is your fault. They just don't want to say it because they don't want to start no problem with you. You go to a therapist for something you put yourself in, they can help you. You have to fight your way out of this. Alright?
obviously I don't know how like porn is shot. They don't tell you beforehand. Did they tell this guy to do these things, or did he just in his own brain?
This one, my
decide?
agent was actually very pissed about.
I say negotiation, negotiation, negotiation.
And again, like, I'm not saying that I was raped.
But you were put on the spot.
I told this guy, like, yeah, I'm excited. Let's do this. I didn't know how to say no. I just wanted everyone to be happy. So I can't blame anyone. All that I can do now is make the best of my experiences and accept it, which is really hard for me to do. Sorry, what was your question again?
I mean, no, like I think you pretty much answered my question. But no, I was just gonna, chime in and say about how you had to do something that you didn't want to do or you felt pressured. I definitely can relate to that. Just even by like working at Hooters, I know you have worked there. I obviously have a little longer history of that, and I definitely was a sex object. Like that's who I was viewed as working at Hooters. Clearly, I was the complete opposite of that. But I definitely was pressured into some things that I didn't want to do with men. They had the audacity to ask me to literally go give them a hand job behind the dumpsters. Yeah,
I'm sorry, it's not funny, but
No,
it's like comical.
It's
that
comical.
It's behind a dumpster.
No, I was really thinking, first off, why not at least the car?
Yes, behind a dumpster.
Second off, can you imagine you're at a restaurant and you have the audacity to look at your waiter or waitress?
After I finish my chicken tenders, can you go jerk me off behind this dumpster?
Oh my God. But they would push my limits. Like they would just kind of like joke around at first, or like, oh,
and
I'll give you
like
100.
touchy sometimes too, no?
Yeah, and they were like, oh, I'll give you $100 if you take off your panties for me. And I was vulnerable. I was young. I was like, oh, like no harm. Like okay, like he just wants the panties. Like heck yeah, $100. Like that's
they're
gonna be
gonna
my bill.
they're gonna be like,
Yeah, they kept pushing,
how
and
much can I give her?
and once they like put you on the spot, like it's so hard to like say no, and you feel so awkward because you don't want to ruin a relationship with a client who comes into Hooters.
With your situation, I wouldn't say anything because Hooters is a restaurant, right? Or a bar. It's not a strip club or something. Yes, they make the girls at Hooters dress up um 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 like um um like sex objects with the tight shirt and blah blah blah. But with your situation, you can say no to something because you're not being pressured to do it. You're just being pressured to work. With Lana's situation, she had a contract, so I can't say nothing about you wherever you are.
Every single day, who is basically paying your bills, who's tipping you, too. You don't want to piss them off to where they're gonna go say something. So, I definitely can relate on the pressure thing, and I can definitely understand how you felt like being put in a situation that you did not know you're going to be put in because it is so hard to get out of that. So, like I just
People, not because you see a woman having sex on camera, enjoying herself and smiling when modeling or looking good when modeling means that she doesn't go through problems behind the scenes. People, when people do pornography, some of those people go through very, very difficult times, people. They go through difficult times. Look at Lana's situation. Okay? Look at even Gina Valentino had something to say about being in the porn industry. So, I mean, I think some of these people commit suicide too. These are people, don't mind how you see these porn stars there, they go through other situations. So when you're spanking the monkeys and beating the meat and choking the chickens in your mommy's basement or in your quiet bedroom at your quiet time at 12 o'clock a.m. midnight, these girls actually go through hell. So, just letting you know, pornography is a sin. See you all in the next video.